Hi, I'm Mike Greiner, a lifelong Democratic activist who's concerned about the direction our country is taking. If you share my concerns, then maybe you could like this video, subscribe to my channel, and maybe even click the little bell there to notify you when I post a new video, because I do try to post pretty frequently. So today, I want to talk about the news that the Biden Justice Department has decided to step in and defend Donald Trump. Yes, that Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, in the defamation lawsuit that was filed against him by former Elle columnist Carroll. So if you're shocked by this news that the Justice Department is going to step in and do that, join the club. When he was running for president, Joe Biden said that the Justice Department under him would not defend the president in cases like this. So what are they doing? In this video, I'm going to first try to get into the minds a little bit of the Justice Department and see why they're doing this. And second of all, then give you my thoughts on this legal move. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't buy it. I don't think that this is a good thing to do. I don't think this is a good precedent to set. Nevertheless, let's try to understand what's going on here. So, the first thing then is a little bit of background. So Carroll was an Elle columnist who in 95 or 96 claims that she was pushed up against a wall by Donald Trump long before he ran for president and that he raped her. Donald Trump's response when he was asked about this claimed that not only had he never met her, but she was not his type. You know, Donald Trump being classy as always. So in response to this and other comments that he made that were both crude and disrespectful, as the Justice Department acknowledges, by the way, Carroll filed a defamation lawsuit against him in his personal capacity. That means not as President of the United States, but in his personal capacity, which makes sense. After all, this is something that happened when he was not President of the United States. He was defending it certainly beyond the scope of his capacity as President of the United States. I mean, how does it even make sense that somehow it would be part of the job of the President of the United States to defend himself from allegations that he raped someone long before he was president? When he was not in public office even? I mean, it doesn't even make sense. This lawsuit kind of was going through the courts when the Justice Department, under then Attorney General William Barr, stepped in and tried to make the United States the defendant of the case and basically have the Justice Department step in and defend Donald Trump in this personal lawsuit. When he was running for president, Joe Biden criticized this type of maneuver and in fact specifically criticized this maneuver. So what is the deal now? What is going on? Well, my guess is that the Justice Department is taking the position that they need to defend the institution being the President of the United States and the ability of the President of the United States to do his or her job. And the theory is that if the President of the United States is constantly defending himself from various lawsuits, that it will get in the way of his or her ability to do their job. That's the theory. Do I agree with that? No, I do not agree with that. Even the President of the United States is not above the law. While the actual defamatory statement occurred while he was President of the United States, the action that he was defending occurred while he was not President of the United States. In fact, long before he was President of the United States, long before he was even in public office. So for him to suddenly claim that the United States needs to defend him is ridiculous. The legal test as to whether your employer needs to step in and defend you for something you did while you're an employee. And of course, Donald Trump was essentially an employee of the United States as President of the United States. So the legal test is whether you were acting within the scope of your authority. Now, where there is any kind of sense that part of the job of the President of the United States is defaming private individuals who are raising questions about behavior of the president before he was president, is beyond me. And frankly, from what I've read, it's pretty much beyond the lawyers for Carroll and pretty much every judge who's had to address this matter. So my hope is that the current judges who are handling this case, federal appeals court judges, are going to look at this claim by the Justice Department and see it for what it is, a ridiculous and baseless legal maneuver, and throw it out and allow the case to proceed as it is. If the judges reverse the lower court ruling and allow the Justice Department to step in and defend Donald Trump, not only would it be an outrage from a fairness standpoint, which means once again you'd have the taxpayers bearing the cost of Donald Trump's idiocy, which in my view we've certainly borne enough of thus far, but it would set a bad precedent where presidents would be able to continue to go on and make outrageous, illegal claims, because defamation is illegal. And really it goes to a bigger issue here, to me, which is that the Justice Department should be prosecuting Donald Trump, that we need to be setting the precedent that the behaviors that Donald Trump engaged in while he was president, his illegal behavior, his many illegal behaviors, defiance of Congress, defiance of the courts, just behaving in ways that really were unconstitutional under the Emoluments Clause, that Donald Trump needs to be held accountable for all these different crimes that he engaged in. And if the Justice Department is going to take the position that rather than holding him accountable and believing that the office is above the behavior of Donald Trump, but instead that the office needs to be protected by protecting the behavior of Donald Trump, then basically we are again debasing the office even more, something that Donald Trump has certainly done enough of. So I'm calling on Joe Biden, Merrick Garland, and the Justice Department to take a step back and say, wait a minute here. This is not something we need to be engaging in. We should be engaging in holding Donald Trump accountable, not defending him at taxpayer expense. So if you agree with me or disagree with me, I'd love to hear your comments. Just put a comment below. And if you liked this video, then if you could like it and subscribe, and maybe even click the little bell there to let you know when I post new videos, because as you can see, I do try to post pretty frequently. I will see you in my next video, and in the meantime, let's just continue hoping for more progress in the right direction. Thank you.